Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. Philet Mignon here from Medium Rare Poetry. And please forgive me, I was just editing my next video, which I guess you could call this the director's cut. I'll put that away. Now, let's get down to business. Let's be a bit serious here because today we are going to discuss 3I Atlas. This, if you haven't heard, is the comet that's come barreling into our solar system from way beyond other galaxies or something. And it's been given the name 3I Atlas because it's the third intruder from outer space. And the word Atlas is short for, let me check my notes, Asteroid Terrestrial-impact last alert system. So this is NASA or the World Astronomy's terminology for watching out for naughty bodies that might impact the Earth and kill us all. Anyway, of course, that would lead to some fear around the world, and because I am a non-fear monger, I have written a poem which will explain it fully of why Atlas has come into, or 3I Atlas has come into our solar system. So today I present to you 3I Atlas. 3I Atlas by Filet Mignon. With an interstellar visitor, the third in recent times, from way beyond our neighbourhood, and its timing is sublime. Matteo down in Chile checked his giant telescope before he had his midnight snack brought up to him by rope. Well, blow me down, he saw an object shooting across his screen. A little light was on the move, so fast it was obscene. He checked his magnifying lens to discount Firefly. They can be quite annoying when your eye is on the sky. Yes! It was true. There were no bugs to interrupt his view. Eureka! He had just discovered something that was new. He took some lovely photographs to prove he was not mad and posted them to NASA in a dedicated bag. There at HQ, home of geeks, all brains and starry-eyed, they tittered in excitement with a buzz they couldn't hide. This was a new detection in their Atlas warning scheme, where asteroids are tracked so they don't turn us into cream. Thus all the telescopes around the world took focused aim to gawk at this sensation and assess its speeding game. It flew with great velocity. This thing was in a hurry. With luck, it wouldn't hit the Earth, so no need there to worry. It was the third intruder ever seen from outer space, hence its designation of 3I that they could trace. Now, was this thing a comet or a wayward asteroid, or rabid Star Trek lifeform with a dose of hemorrhoids? The data was confusing for the observation team. A comet like Corona, though it wasn't gassing steam. Cyanide was streaming from its pores and out its rump, a Stephen Miller hybrid cloned with sick parts of the Trump. It seemed to have a tail, although it poked out from the front. That set the boffins scratching at this most peculiar stunt. Comprising mostly nickel, but devoid of any iron, it could have been a 5-cent piece tossed by the god Orion. This sneaky space anomaly then hid behind the sun. It must have been embarrassed by us Earthlings poking fun. 2 months went by without another sighting of the rock, when all at once it reappeared and gave the world a shock. The thing had changed direction like a hijacked city bus. The clever dicks were ducking as it headed straight for us. The Space Force were now moving base, and so they couldn't scramble. The operation verified this money-wasting gamble. And lo, it wasn't on its own. It had amassed a fleet. With countless little starlets came a cosmic crowd complete. Our fearless leaders disappeared. The game for them was up. They'd known of this for ages, but they'd served the Kool-Aid cup. Atlas and his athletes nosedived through our atmosphere, then spread right out to impact every earthly hemisphere. And just before collision, they applied their custom brakes, so gentle as a feather, settled like some soft snowflakes. Now these were sort of spacecraft with a cloaking techno smock. They'd fooled the best and brightest, camouflaged to look like rock. In just a flash, our populace, intolerance homegrown, discovered we were not so smart, and yes, were not alone. With crystal clear telepathy, they calmed us from the start. Their presence was intended to bring peace to all our hearts. The orders of religion that had locked us in their chains saw cannons sway and crumble. They no longer held domain. Governments imploded as their power base was false. Their cohorts now enlightened to their litany of faults. If this was seen as mind control through craft from outer space, then so be it, as they were teaching us to live in grace. They tried not to alarm us, though they'd done a real good job. No beings were observable. They were an odd-shaped mob. Their craft just sat round idling with a peaceful trance-like hum, and all the while us humanoids became the best of chums. These weren't your average UAPs built of exotic metal. Their whole construction sentient, and they were in fine fettle. They'd been in conversation with the earth beneath our feet, for she's a living being, though our care of her ain't sweet. With aims of exploitation, we just took what we could get. Ignorant of consequence, to her we were a threat. So all these little rocky craft instilled in us respect for all in our environment, a home we should protect. And in return, they gifted us the secret of free power, unlocked by Mr. Tesla and his Wardenclyffe high tower. 100 years had passed since this technology emerged, but greedy men had buried it, a profiteering scourge. And cars that run on water was a comet contribution. No need for fossil fuel and its resultant air pollution. Our minds were now enlightened. Creativity could bloom. Tycoons that had enslaved us were escorted from the room. And some would ask the visitors, why did they drop down here? Although it was quite obvious this planet thrived on fear. We were solar system surfing in our brand new astral plane to ensure that all was peaceful in your shallow 3D game. We were checking in on Venus, then we'd scrutinize Uranus, when we heard a great commotion from the Earth, and that did pain us. With 7 million voices from the No King's hit parade, you needed our assistance with your martinet charade. Your inhabitants were up in arms and down in legs as well. It seemed you saw no ending to this self-inflicted hell. You see, you had been left alone to foster evolution. Self-awareness disappeared, which led to revolution. You'd sacrificed your power to the flashy men in suits, the morally bankrupted kind who basically were brutes. So now you're at the crossroads where the choice is surely yours to take the path of higher good and rid the land of wars. Our reaction? Overwhelming. We had lost the will to fight. This rebirth was embracing, bathing in our own true light. Instead of viewing others as a threat to our well-being, we opened up our hearts and found this new way strangely freeing. Everyone was helping every other one to thrive, instead of using savagery in order to survive. Paradise regrew on this our minuscule blue dot, gratitude abundant for our flourishing new plot. 3i Atlas and its vast array of stellar helpers had done their job and made to leave our planet helter-skelter. Their final contribution was to cleanse our low Earth blight, removing all surveillance of the Musk-built satellites. The skies were clear of all this junk that made night vision dim. Mateo, there in Chile, watched their exit with a grin. He had a brand new telescope, and this one was much slicker. He focused in on Atlas and beheld a bumper sticker. It glistened there behind, attached discreetly to its tail, a brief and cute summation like a marketing thumbnail. It read, "The Atlas Cleaning Corp. We fix the darkest spots with attitude from altitude on every small blue dot." And that is how our planet was released from moral debt. Atlas and its cleaning crew made sure we were reset. The truth is that we have the skills to cleanse our mortal souls. Just put the kind in humankind and we'll fulfill our role. I hope your minds are now set at ease, because 3i Atlas, if it appears on Earth, will only do good and not harm. So you can rest assured and tell the little ones that a great big rock with a Fozzie Bear outlook is coming to save the world. So I hope you like the poem. Please like, share and subscribe, and press the notification bell so YouTube can tell you when another weird poem is coming. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye-bye for now.